What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's happening?
What up? What's poppin', everybody? You already know it's the Bryan Brothers. It's your boy Jamal in the building.
And it's your boy Adrian.
And we're out here. So, man, yesterday, did you see the size of those rings?
I did.
Drake, I forgot what track it is, but Drake said we got some really big rings.
Hey, better be coming with no. Hey, better.
Yo, those rings for everyone that seen the ceremony last night, amazing.
Yeah.
Those rings looked beautiful. 74 diamonds in one ring. That is crazy.
Yeah. And the fans got replicas as well. People were going as far as selling them on Kijiji, probably eBay as well, for a whopping $500.
You're going too far.
Yeah. Some people were selling them a bit cheaper, around $300 to $350.
You're going too far.
But you're going too far.
Five bills for a rep? You're going too far. I just wanted to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You're going too far.
But shout out the city of Toronto. Everyone stand up. The banner was unveiled last night. And it was a great time.
It means a lot to the city. There's something that cannot be taken away from us. It's a championship.
Yep.
Basketball started off in Canada. And now we're bringing the chip back home. The guys that worked hard for it last year, well, this year, still going on.
Yep.
Put in that work, and well deserved to the players, the coaching staff, and this means so much for the city. We're very excited that we're able to see that and to still, even from at home, be a part of that. That means a lot. So congrats to the Raptors. You guys deserve that. All that hard work's paid off, and now it's getting back to business again. You know, run it back, Turbo.
Let's do it.
All right. So, we yesterday, with the ceremony, had to face New Orleans, the Pelicans, as you guys know. Zion Williams did not get to play. He's dealing with some knee problems right now. He's going to be out about 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
So, the rest of the squad had to step it up for them. So, let's just kind of start off with our guys right away. I felt for the Raptors, I don't know if this is like a thing that we do, but the energy was not really on a high. We started off a bit slow. Mm-hmm. It wasn't too much fire out of our players. I don't know if it was maybe like an emotional thing. Maybe, you know, seeing the rings, being overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's got to be the rings. Because the size of them, all the diamonds, everyone was still kind of in the feels that they won the championship.
Yeah.
But slow start, it cannot happen because now you got all these teams trying to dethrone you. You got to be on point every night. So like you said, the energy was not there to start this game.
Definitely, it wasn't there. New Orleans was going off on a run right away. They were putting in a lot of work, getting a lot of shots in. Their tempo, from seeing the first game of how they play now in the season, it's very high, like high volume, high paced. Mm-hmm. They're running the ball a lot. They're looking for a lot of open shots from like three, also cutting plays. Mm-hmm. Lonzo Ball looked pretty good. He shot a three and his form looked very nice. It looked more improved.
This summer he worked on it because, as you guys know, he had stuck his shooting arm out. His elbow was out of place. Mm-hmm. And now it's tucked in and it's lined up perfectly. And you can see that with his jumpers that he was knocking down. He knocked down a few early on in this game. So it was nice to see.
It was definitely nice to see. Another guy talking about threes, JJ Redick, seemed like he started to connect right away. Yeah. As being one of the veteran guys, you want to kind of set the tone for your players too. Mm-hmm. He definitely looked really good. Mm-hmm. They were showing that, even so you guys are the champs, we're coming out here to show you something. So New Orleans at the beginning, from what I seen, that 9-0 run was kind of like the wake up now, like slapping the Raptors face, like, wake up, get up, like, you need to start getting it going. And they did start picking it up. First person I want to salute right away, Fred VanVleet. His game definitely looked like he tuned it up a lot more.
Yes.
His driving game definitely seems really nice. His handles seem to be more in control, more aggressive. He added a little bit more to his bag. Like, he was looking really good at the first quarter. Him and Lowry, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I'm just...
Okay, so he's probably at a loss for words. But
no, what I was thinking is, okay, Fred VanVleet is stepping into Kyle Lowry's territory a bit. It seems like Fred should play the one. That's what it looks like to me. The way he was facilitating, his IQ was it's just there. He knows how to make big plays, and he was doing it, scoring, everything. Early on, we were both like, whoa, Fred's carrying on where he left off last season. So I was like, there's nothing to say. It just looks like Fred should play the one. I don't know. He's obviously good at the two as well, but from what we saw early on, it was nice to see.
I definitely agree with you. Nick Nurse did a really good job in selecting this starting lineup because it's not only now that you can have Fred leading the team. Kyle leading the team. You can have Fred. You can have... It's like pick your poison. Both of them know how to lead. Both of them know how to get their teammates involved. And they both know how to score. And they're both dogs on the court.
Yeah.
So that was really good. OG coming in. He was looking really good, especially coming off of his injury that he had on the previous season coming back. He seemed like he was trying to get aggressive, get his shots going on. A couple 3-pointers they were trying to take. I feel like there was some nervousness in some shots. A little bit too much power on one shot over the net. He hit a couple, so that was looking good. OG has this spin move I've seen him doing.
Yeah, he's been adding that into his drive game as he's attacking the paint. He's using that spin move very effectively. And it looks like he kind of took that from Ibaka and Pascal, and he added that to his bag, which is fine. If it works, it works. Continue to do what you got to do.
Definitely. I support that overall. So, how I felt about the first quarter, once again, we just need to pick up the energy. We're getting the rhythm. We're getting into rhythm, but just not fast enough. New Orleans already picked it up.
Yeah.
Second quarter now, it seemed to be a lot more different. New Orleans started to like vamp up their speed, and when they did, they were also getting a lot of open looks. Shooting seemed to start dictating the second quarter, especially a lot more for New Orleans. What's his name? Nikola Melli?
Yeah. He started to torch the Raptors behind the 3-point line. And it's funny because Mark was D'ing up on him, trying to close out. He wasn't getting there on time. And that ended Melli going 3 for 3. So you could see as the quarters went along that Mark would really get there and close out and would force Melli to put the ball on the floor. And that was good on Mark's end for keying in on the defense. Like, this guy's really starting to cook. It's time for me to add some pressure onto this guy. But you can't wait that long. This guy was just scoring bucket after bucket. You got to make that, decision early on. Like, I got to cut him off because he's keeping them in the game. And not only Nikola Melli, but I want to also touch on Brandon Ingram because he was shooting the lights out. And it's funny because in LA, he wasn't really getting those type of looks. Of course, LeBron's in the shadow as well as other players as well. But now it looks like he's the one who's running the offense. He's getting, those pick and roll opportunities, being able to get these open shots, pull up jumpers. They're really looking for him. So it's kind of different to see Brandon Ingram really stepping up and playing that leadership role. For me, I think it's a good look for him because he's really, finishing with contact and just being a leader, as well as JJ Redick guiding him and putting him in the right positions as well as other players. But it's really nice to see Brandon Ingram step up.
I'll be honest with you, I don't feel Ingram was being a leader. I feel like he was just being aggressive.
True.
I feel there's a big difference between being a leader and aggressive. His aggression was definitely there. I felt he was picking his spots really well. He was taking advantage on the switches that was happening because they're doing like on Lowry or Fred or someone else.
We've seen that a lot.
Him being the more taller player, all he was doing was like just shooting over your guy. And for him with his length and the height match, being aggressive is something that you need to do
have
when taking advantage of something as in height.
Yeah.
So he was definitely doing that. On the flip side, with our Raptors, we were doing the right things, but our shots just weren't really falling for us. I felt we had a little bit of challenge trying to get the ball in the net.
And they're being too unselfish. Guys who are giving up their open looks way too much. You got to be ready as soon as you get the ball and you're open, in your stance, and you got to go up for a jump shot or attack the paint. Try to get some contact, whatever it is that you got to do to get that bucket. But there was a little bit too much unselfish play where guys should have just taken jump shots.
I felt, the jump shooting should have been going on a little bit more. We definitely had some open opportunities. I don't know if it was maybe the defense clamping in, but Raptors definitely got to capitalize on that. New Orleans tried to push a tempo, but it seemed like getting more closer to closing out the second, we started to pick up and looking really good. So there was nothing too much to worry about that. New Orleans, like we were talking about from the general of shooting, 6 from 8 from 3. That was something that we needed to tighten up on a lot more.
Melly had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, their shooting game for New Orleans has stepped up a lot.
Yeah.
Going into halftime, though, Nick Nurse commented a bit on how we felt about just the first half of things. He said he didn't know if it was because of our
ring ceremony.
Our ring ceremony, maybe like it was emotional or we're just chill right now. He told the guys, make up your mind now. Do you want to win or not? And I think that woke up the Raptors right away.
Did. Sure.
Immediately, I seen Fred hitting threes, Larry hit a three, Marc Gasol, you hit a three, but I just want to chime in. If you're going to hit bank, just let us know that you're going to hit off the glass. You know, just courtesy. If you're a shooter.
I mean, they were in the Scotiabank Arena. Scotiabank, the bank is open.
But here's the thing. The bank is open, but when you go to the teller to let them, deal with your services, you're going to go and say, I have this and I want to put this in the checkings or the savings or whatever.
Oh, TFSA. And he put,
Yeah, so if you're going to the bank, Mark, just let us know that you're going for the bank. But the shot fell in, so
call it next time. I don't think he did.
We overrided your,
your transaction.
So you're okay. You got the pass. But yeah, Raptors start to pick it up. I honestly believe that talk was what we needed to know, or not that talk, but that talk was needed to be said. Sorry,
yes,
because that was kind of what woke up the Raptors. I seen a lot of hustle play. I forgot to talk about Siakam. Siakam was doing a lot of hustle play on the boards.
Yes,
he was getting his inside touches. I seen a little spin off. I think he was on JJ. JJ looked like he was like hopeless at one point.
Yeah, basically.
Pascal, honestly, it seemed like he was scoring quietly, but he was being effective. I feel like he has not came down from the championship, and he's still staying on that high. Yeah. Especially now getting that new contract. Salutes to you for getting the bag. I know it hasn't officially came in yet, but you know now that he's going to have to be the guy to now start to be like the leader, or not the leader, but like taking more shots and being the aggressor in that situation. And he definitely showed that. Yeah. I definitely liked the way how he looked with
his motor's still there, up and down the court like it's nobody's business. So that's awesome to see. And I gotta say this. So there's a play with Lonzo Ball. Speaking about the Pelicans, it seemed like he tried to go for that James Harden one-legged challenge.
Try to get his James on, man.
He tried to get his James on. Yeah, you guys, if you guys watch the highlights, you'll be able to see. But he tried to cross his defender up, get into a little dribble move action, and he went for a step back off of 1 foot, but he got air ball. So I do not know what's happening there. I had to touch on that because that was funny. But I mean, his jump shot is back, or it's better, so that's good for him. So moving on to the fourth quarter, guys, things were still pretty tight. Started the fourth quarter 86-88. The Raptors, they knew what time it was. And I think after the talk from Nick Nurse, it didn't feel like typical Raptors, but it was the first game as well, right? But they got to just have that fire just from the third quarter. Without Nick even saying anything, they got to just turn it on and really start pressing teams. Because going forward, all these other teams, they're not hanging around. they're full force for the 4 quarters.
I felt Raptors, not to go too far back, but in the third quarter, or going like more to the ending, we started pressing New Orleans. New Orleans ended up having about 5 turnovers.
Up. Yeah.
I don't know, now speaking about the fourth, if it maybe was energy. And the reason why I'll say energy, maybe the guys were probably like, getting their legs underneath them.
Yeah.
Because Nick had an 8-man rotation. Into the starting of the fourth quarter, there was like a stat that was broken down where New Orleans bench was outscoring the Raptors 42-15. The only person I seen that was new that came off of the bench was Terrence Davis.
Yeah.
And I just kind of want to open this up, like, to you and to also our viewers watching, comment and let us know. Do you feel, even though it's the first game, Nick should have tried to get some of the new guys out? What do you think about that?
Well, for me, I think it's kind of disappointing that Stanley Johnson and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson did not play. These were 2 guys that everyone was kind of excited for, in a sense that they would bring the defensive aspect to the team, especially Stanimal, right? That's what they call him, Stanley Johnson. I was hoping that he would come in and start defending some of the better players, because that's what he's good for, as well as scoring. But he just didn't see any court time. In preseason, Nick Nurse had said that those guys, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson and Stanimal, they don't get it yet, that this team plays defense. So I don't know what they had thought previously, like, oh, I'm just going to go in here offensively and I'm going to get my touches and do what I have to do. But this team plays defense. And the fact that they didn't touch the court shows that they're just not ready at this time. Or Nick Nurse did not feel that it was the best time to put them in. So what I'm trying to say is that Terrence Davis, he had the whole package. Nick Nurse said, you know what? You're going to play. You're going to be the extra man in the rotation. And let's see what you bring to the team. And he showed up. He was playing really good defense. He got a lot of turnovers forced on the Pelican side. And it was good to see. He's a rookie and he's stepping up and showing that he's ready to play.
He did have a lot of...
How do you guys feel about Rondae Hollis-Jefferson not playing and Stanley Johnson? Let us know what you think, what they can bring to the team, and when do you think they'll be ready? Do you think they'll ever be ready? I don't know. We're just going to have to find out.
I believe it's not a big deal. It's only the first game. From what... I don't want to go too far back. From what preseason has shown, they still do need to get... how can I say it, involved in the culture of what we do over here.
Yeah.
But you know what? Nick needed to pull out this win because we just got the rings. I believe you cannot get the rings and get an L right away. So you know what? You gotta put your guys
not on opening nights.
You gotta put your guys in to go to work and let's get this W. And I did say this on one of our previous episodes. If you didn't see it, check it out. But I do believe every game is going to be a dogfight.
Yeah.
I truly stand by this. I do not think that Raptors expected to have this much of a battle against New Orleans. Not discrediting New Orleans for how they played.
I mean,
because they played really good.
Zion wasn't there.
Even with Zion not there, this seemed like we had to really buckle down and fight for this win.
Yeah.
So I shout out Pascal and Fred VanVleet combined 68 points. They were putting in work. But I just want to touch, because we're talking about the fourth quarter. Did you find it kind of strange that Nick put Norm to take the last shot? Was that something that threw you off? And comment also, because Nick, you threw in Norm. Norm's looking good, but I don't know if that was
to be honest,
time.
I was not expecting that. When the ball was passed, the inbounds was passed to Norman, I was like, okay, is someone going to come get the handoff? Is he looking for someone to go around the screen? What's happening? And then the clock started winding down and he got into his dribble moves. And then we're like, oh, okay, Norm's going to take the last shot. We were surprised, to be honest, but I guess Nick Nurse trusts Norman Powell and thinks that he's ready and this opportunity showed up. Maybe he would deliver. And after getting that shot off, which looked good, he hit back iron. So maybe a little less power and the ball would have dropped. Who knows? But you can see that as he was running back to the bench after time had expired, you can see Norm just hit back iron. and he knew it was a good shot. It was kind of a deep shot, but guys, it looked good. So maybe this is something we might see going forward in the future. If you like the look, you think it was a good look, let us know. I think it was just surprised us, honestly.
Take a chance.
So,
why not?
Yeah.
He took a chance on his, on his guy Norm.
I think some good takeaways from this game. Number one, spacing. The spacing on the court was amazing. It wasn't jumbled. Guys, they knew what spots to be in at the right time, as well as ball movement. Some guys were kind of being too unselfish, but the ball was moving. Guys were getting around and, you know, getting open looks. And they added a couple new plays, which were just perfect. Kyle was just cutting through, moving the ball around. Spicy P got some open shots. Fred VanVleet got some open shots off these new plays that we haven't seen previously. So it was just really good to see. The next thing is that Pascal Siakam and Fred are your new guys to step up every night. You can just tell. You could just tell that the torch is passed now, right? From that Kyle, you know, DeMar, Kyle and
well, not really.
And the Claw.
I want to say DeMar, but I just want to say from not to enter what you're saying.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But just Larry now knowing that you don't have to be the top guy orchestrating the team
every game. Yeah, no,
because Norm has definitely proved himself to be a leader.
Yeah,
especially from last season's games.
Yeah,
the finals, and it's coming into play now. You're seeing Fred now getting involved just as much.
His confidence just went up a couple notches. Like
his handles.
Everything.
His shooting.
Everything.
His speaking with the players.
Yeah.
It seems to
vocal,
really
right?
now, be more vocal. And Fred looked like a whole different person this game.
So much I love the confidence. I honestly loved it.
It was definitely there. I felt even with this game, Pascal played like a dog in the paint. He was getting it in. He even had some threes going on. His shooting is starting to come alive.
He took over late in the fourth. Yeah.
To me, I felt he put up throughout like the whole game like a quiet 34, but it wasn't surprising because now we know like this is the level that he could produce like
and we can expect
on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And you got that bag now, so definitely
that's generational money, man.
Expecting that level of play.
I'm happy for him. Shout out to Pascal.
The overtime, I believe we just took over. The shooting, like you talked about, the spacing definitely led to open shots. That definitely looked good. Even the first play when Kyle gave that to Norman, Norm went up with confidence. I'm seeing the confidence in our guys of our main core that we still have is there. So it will rub off like how we talked about not having the bench playing. When they do come on, you're going to see that confidence from our guys passed down and a lot of information and wisdom and so forth. And I believe that will help us. This game here is just a reminder that we cannot be playing with low energy. We got to keep it high off the jump. And we got to show these guys like, yo, we're the defending champs. We're making a statement. And this, to me, was a very proud moment for the Raptors because we got our rings, we defended it. Norm hit Fred VanVleet, career high, season high.
Yeah, let's get into some stats.
Good, man.
So, for last night's game, Pascal Siakam played 38 minutes, 34 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists. He shot 11 for 26 from the field, 10 for 11 from the free throw line, and 2 for 5 from the three-point line. As well as Fred VanVleet played 44 minutes, 34 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 12 for 18 from the field, 5 for 6 from the free throw line, and 5 for 7 from the three-point line. So these are the players of the night, and it just seems like every night going forward, they're going to have to step up and show up.
Definitely going to have to show up. The next game coming up, you guys, we got to get prepared because Friday we're going to be facing the Boston Celtics. That's definitely going to be really high intensity game. It's definitely going to show. I feel Nick might put out, not even show, sorry. I feel Nick is going to definitely have to put more of his bench on because Boston is still a very good team and they're a deep team.
Yeah.
They have a lot to prove themselves to after all the controversy and stuff last year. We still have a lot to prove every game, every night. We're definitely ready for it. But as of this game, Raptors win. We handled our business.
130 to 122.
Definitely,
Let's
man.
do it.
Salutes to the Raptors.
I think Fred VanVleet, he's going to need to ice that ankle because Kemba Walker, yo.
No, I'm not worried about it. He's definitely one of our backbones to the Raptors. As you can tell now, Fred is becoming that guy.
Mr. Step Back Walker.
I'm not worried, man.
You gotta be 100 to guard that guy, man.
Fred and Larry are ready. I also feel too, when I seen, just to kind of put in my 2 cents, OG's defense is there.
Yes.
OG also plays D. I believe just period, Raptors are known to play D. So I feel we'll be ready for Boston.
Let's get it.
I just want to say, on behalf of us, we want to say thank you for everyone on even the Instagram page, man, for commenting on the game last night, seeing who you thought would win.
Yeah.
A lot of people are confident in our guys.
Yeah.
For everyone else, for the second game that was carrying on with the Lakers and Clippers, everyone that voted for the Lakers.
Hey, like I said in the last episode,
you know,
the Lakers are going to slap, wash, whatever you want to call it, beat, destroy the Lakers.
You said the Lakers are going to wash the Lakers?
Sorry.
Well, they washed themselves. The Clippers,
yeah, they did.
They washed themselves, but the Clippers dealt with them.
They're going to beat, wash, whatever you want to say, the Lakers every time they play.
That was crazy,
Mark
man.
my words.
The NBA is back, man. There's a whole lot of good stuff going on in the league,
LA,
man.
like the game was so intense. Like I loved watching that game, as well as the Raptors game, of course. But the Los Angeles game,
there's a lot of games going on.
I don't even know, man.
There's a lot of games, a lot of new teams that's going to be looking good. So, man, everyone sit tight, get your popcorn ready. It's going to be good. But once again, thank y'all for taking time, man, to watch us. We are the Bryan Brothers. Follow, comment, subscribe on our stuff, man. Love is love. We love y'all, man.
Peace.